between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2.
Let's go. Let's go. At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Go.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it. Anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
Zebra. Turn it up. Kill. Go on. Gun.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Boston Scott, his first carry. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On the carry, this is Scott. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8-ball.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though. Yeah,
but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13. Back to throw here. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Hey, alert! Watch the shit!
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, They're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey. 4 down. There. Hey. Run left. Good job right there.
Wilson going to throw again. That's complete to DK Metcalf. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
3 down. You go tight. Move, team. You got tight right there. Got it. Zoom. Got it. Switch.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. His throw incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
I got 11. Reload. Toss him, Hudson. Alert. Kill. Gun.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
On the carry, it's Logan. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
And a Falcon first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll run on first down. Scott, 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go double count right here, double count. Friday. One left. Be alert.
From the 29, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
58, boys, 58, Mike. 18. Check.
Here's Wilson to throw. Steps away to his left. Looking deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A first down and then some. 36 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Scott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Check 49, check 49. Good guys, 4 down. Go get him.
On 2nd down now. It's Scott, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Scott, and he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, it's Logan. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. 2nd and 9 now. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the play. It's 3rd down.
Let's get it. Ready to break. 56. I'm going to run you over. Hey, let's go.
They'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check the backer. Hey, watch this.
Now a give, right side. Scott. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
What? 4 down. Hey, look. Under 10. Hey, 0.
Wilson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check three.
They'll run with Scott. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Check 50. You're on an island over there. Watch one. Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Key to tight end. One left.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wilson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
3:15. We got three, fellas. We got good job right there.
Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Switch. Run left.
Here's Scott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Check 3. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Go. Motion.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll run on 1st down. Logan, and that one blown up quickly. as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Break. 56. Mike's 56. It's our time. It's our time.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Set up. 15, line it. 59. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Hey, alert. 25, check 25, check 25.
They go again with Scott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
58's the money. 58.
Hey, alert.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go.
No pass.
Watch the back.
Kill. 14, Friday.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
58, Mike.
Hey, let's get some penetration.
Hey, alert.
Some penetration. 58, right over there.
14.
Mike, 58, right there. Oh, yeah. 2 seconds. Here we go again.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go. We got three.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And this will be caught as they convert here for two. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And now this throw complete to Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Here we go. 50-60 or. You're out.
They run again with Logan. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
But it's brought in by Washington. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 16. 1st down Falcons.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football.
And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. It's been quite the game for him individually, a trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route, whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Eluding the pressure right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On first down, it's Scott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Hey, 0, 0, 0. Comes to me, it's me.
They'll keep it on the ground. Scott, not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
So every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On third down, it's Scott. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to make it fourth down. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Scott. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
On third down, it's Scott. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we get in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now, a huge third down conversion. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Second and goal from inside the 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And Myers able to knock it through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. This one caught by Ridley. The reception good for 7. It's third down. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Back to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Hey, Delta.
Back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
50, plant.
They'll run on first down. Logan. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
56.
They'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
On the double. 41 Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming. Yep.
Now back to throw. Going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He's looking for Ridley again. And it's second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Here's Wilson. Complete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a